Hey, what's up, everybody?
Happy
Hello.
Monday, everyone.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It was a 3-day weekend for a lot of us, and we hope that you guys had a really fun one, really relaxing one. And today, like obviously, if you're celebrating Memorial Day, like a lot of us are, we just hope that you had a good one with your family. Our thoughts and prayers and thanks are with all the veterans who gave, their lives, who paid the ultimate price, which is what we're celebrating today. Is we're remembering them. It's not Veterans Day; it's Memorial Day. So yeah, we're remembering all the veterans who gave their life in combat or something to do with battle or war. So our thoughts are with their families today. But more than anything, we just kind of wanted to come hang out tonight. We, obviously, having a 3-day weekend. We hadn't gone live on Friday, right? I had gone live on Thursday, and that was already like the second day that I had gone live in a row. So we kind of took some time off. We were trying to go live yesterday. It just didn't work out. But we're happy that at the very minimum, we're here today. We're here today, guys. But we see a couple great friends in the chat. We see Hortensia. What's up, Hortensia?
Hi,
How are you, Hortensia? We hope that you're doing well. Shout out to you. And she put those members only emojis. Thank you so much,
Thank
Hortensia.
you so much. You put Team Grace, Team Gio.
Let's go.
Thank you.
We also have Ghosty in the house. Ghosty-san, he said, "Hey, Gio and Grace, happy Memorial Day." And he put all those emojis, including, yes, including the spicy hot Cheeto one that we just made today.
Yes.
That was the brainchild of Grace and I. Mostly Grace. She said spicy. Let's see. Yeah, we're doing okay, Hortensia. We can't really complain. We're just, obviously we're still getting adjusted to a lot of the things that we're going through with the baby, and nothing bad. It just means more like the baby's getting older and our routine seems to be changing all the time now. It doesn't seem to be staying the same anymore. So it's craziness, but she's getting so much bigger, and just a little baby update. She's just doing great. She's getting bigger. She's gaining a lot of weight. She's smiling more.
She laughs for Gio.
She laughs a lot. Like, she's just so expressive now, and she's just so much fun to have around. She's just awesome, man. But yeah, we're getting adjusted to the fact that now she's a little bit more demanding. She talks, she babbles more.
Well, she doesn't talk, but she babbles.
Yeah, she babbles a lot more. So it's been really, really cool. It's been really cool to see it. Are the kiddos in bed? Yes.
Yay,
yes.
All 3 kiddos.
We got Sorcerer's Workshop in the house. What's up? And as you guys noticed, we don't have the cowbell. Yeah,
yes.
Because of that reason, we don't want to wake up the kiddos. They just went to bed, and we don't want to do that. I'm gonna scoot over just a little bit, just so that way you can have more space. You want to scoot over with me? Yeah. I don't want to knock you off the frame. So let's see. Resting long weekend. That's awesome. We're glad that you're resting. Honestly, it is a long weekend. It was a long weekend. It felt like a long weekend to me, at least. But it also kind of felt a little quick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bummed out because the kids go back to school tomorrow. We go to work tomorrow, and so it's just like, the 3-day weekend's over. All right, let's see here. There's one thing. Let's see. I have an agenda. We have an agenda tonight, so I don't want to forget anything. Let's see. But yeah, so tonight we'll kind of tell you guys a little bit of what we wanted to discuss. We're going to be going over some Universal Studios announcements. Obviously, you guys have seen that there's been a lot of like HHN announcements out of like Universal Orlando. So Grace and I are going to look at the houses really quick, and kind of give our opinion. Obviously, we're not probably going to be making it out to Orlando this year.
No.
But just in case you are, or somebody that is, maybe they can kind of get a little bit of our insight, considering that we've been going to HHN, at least here in Hollywood, for the last couple of years. Also, we want to talk about Disneyland Fantasmic. Disneyland Fantasmic returned. So we want to go ahead and talk a little bit about it. We did see it. We saw it not in person, but we saw it through a live stream. And we just, want to talk and kind of give you our opinions on it, because obviously as Magic Key holders, we can't wait to be able to see it for ourselves. But we couldn't help it. We decided to watch the spoilers. And then also we have a Dune 2 review. We saw Wonka, and then which movie did we watch today, baby?
Barbie.
Watch Barbie. So we
started watching it last night, but
and we'll talk about that. Definitely are excited to talk about that for sure. And then we'll talk a little bit about Movie Club, and obviously we were supposed to have a movie club on Friday, and we'll kind of talk a little bit about what happened and just what to expect from that. And then if we have time, we're going to get to some couples cards, and then if we have more time, we'll get to some foodie quizzes before we call it a night for you guys. So it's a cool little agenda, nothing crazy. We just wanted more than anything like to come on and just say hi to you guys. We miss you guys a lot all the time, so we figured might as well make the most of it. It's Monday. We have a shorter week this week too, so might as well make the most of it. Let's see here. It's been too long since I've been in here. So happy I'm able to catch the stream tonight.
We're so happy to have you.
Honestly, we noticed. Yeah, we're like, oh, we miss him, but we understand. Like, and we get this from a lot of people. Like, life happens. We have a lot of things going on, and there's people that haven't been able to come in who do like reach out to us, and we're always like kind of the same. We're always like, nah, don't even trip. Like, life happens, and we're kind of the same way lately. We, I think you used to see us, and not just you, but I mean, like a lot of you guys used to see us in a lot of different like chat rooms and doing this and that, modding here and doing this, and then creating content on our channel. And I think right now with the baby and everything that's been going on with our family, like Grace has been I talk about this all the time, and you guys are definitely gonna see us more on the channel just because this is where we have the time. This is really the time that we have. The extra time is going to be going towards this. Because really there is no extra time. We have to make time usually. Like there is no such thing as extra time, huh, babe?
No.
There really isn't. And so I think
I have extra time, I dedicate that to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Usually extra time is
eating.
sleeping, eating, or watching something that we really wanted to watch. So for us, this is really, really important that we stay active on here. If we can't make it to the other things that we used to do in the past, it is what it is. We love everybody, we support everybody, and we hope that everybody does well. But we're super excited with what we've been up to, and you guys have seen it recently. We got media passes, obviously the baby, just so much going on that we can't help it. We just want to continue going forward, continue like kind of like a train, right? Don't let the train stop. Let's keep going. Let's keep feeding it. Let fuel. Let's keep moving forward. But we got Choncha in the house. What's up, Choncha?
Hi, Choncha.
Thank you so much for joining. Honestly, we appreciate all your support. You're awesome, and thank you so much. Honestly, you're amazing. Honestly, thank you so much. Let's see here. But yeah, let's see any family or baby updates that we have. Just mainly, we had a lot of birthdays. We had a birthday in April for Dominic. We had this month for Avery. We had a birthday in January, obviously, but that's kind of a little bit far gone. And then next month, the one and only Grace, my babe.
Oh, I forgot my birthday's next month.
Yeah, is next month on the 21st.
I keep thinking about Father's Day.
Yeah, it's around that same time. It's not the same day. I think you looked it up already.
Yeah, no, it's not the same day.
It's not the same day. So for me, it doesn't matter. Like, it's her birthday. We're going to try to make the most of it. Right now, we're just still getting adjusted. There's a lot of life changes going on right now that, have kind of, made things different. But we're going to have a really good time. My goal is to make sure that she eats what she wants to eat and she, like, does what she wants to do to relax. Like, I think that's probably the number one thing.
My birthday's actually on a Friday this year.
Yeah. That's going to be very interesting. I don't know if we'll go live, but for sure we're going to have fun. We're going to party it up.
Yeah.
Sorcerer's Workshop said my boy Sorcerer Mickey is back. Let's go. Yes, absolutely.
We're excited to see it.
I wish we could have been there, but also at the same time, just seeing the crowds, I think right now, it's not that I can't handle crowds. It's not that at all. I just think like I needed a break from the theme parks. And I think kind of having to take a break right now, just this break that we've been taking, has kind of made me realize how much I did need it. I don't know if you feel the same way at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I miss it, but it hasn't hurt as much as I thought. I thought I was going to be over there, like, streaming like the castle and just crying like, hey, now this is what dreams are made of, and just like crying all sad and stuff like that. Like
we went all out on the times that we did go. So I think that's what really helps. And
yeah. The last couple of months that we would go, like, one time we straight closed out the park till 1 a.m. The other times that we went, like, just had a blast, always made the best of it. So to be honest with you, it is one of those things where, yes, I miss it. I miss Disneyland like crazy. I miss Universal Studios just as much. But I know that we'll be there. We'll be back there. But yeah, it's awesome to see that they're bringing new stuff. Hopefully by the time we go, there'll be even more new things open. So that's kind of our hope right now. What's up, Charles? Hope you're doing well. Happy Memorial Day to you. Thank you so much for dropping in today. We appreciate you. And guys, anybody who's joining today, make sure that you guys do us a huge favor. Just hit that like button for us. All right, guys. Let's talk a little bit about these Universal Studios announcements. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them up here on my phone. And remember, guys, we're talking Universal Studios Orlando. We're not talking here in Hollywood. Obviously, hopefully very soon we'll be talking, houses and announcements here in Hollywood. And I think as it happens, we'll definitely, do either little updates or we'll do, live streams to kind of like just give our thoughts and opinions. We love it so much. Honestly, we really, really do. But so far, it seems like they've announced like 6 different either houses or scare zones. I gotta double check, but I'll kind of read through each one of them and I'll ask Grace.
They're houses.
They gotta be houses, right? Like, but there's one for sure that I'm like, yeah, we've done that house, so I know we'll talk about that. But then I'll kind of read them off and we'll let you know what each one of us thinks. Like, Grace will give her opinion, I'll give my thoughts on it. But do you guys travel to Florida for HHN? Have you guys gone to Universal Orlando? Is it on your bucket list? Is it on your, to-do list for this year or next year? Let us know, because for sure we wanted to go this year, it just didn't quite work out. But hopefully in the next year or two, we can definitely make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We'll go back into the chat in 1 second. If you see anything in the chat, you want to stop me?
Yeah, Landon said I may be going to Universal for the first time ever next month.
You're going to have a blast, dude.
Yes,
yeah.
Right.
I would just say just keep your mind open, like anything. Yeah. Have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage.
Yes.
Go to Super Nintendo World first.
Mm-hmm.
Get there early. Open the park, dude, if you can. Do everything you can at Super Nintendo World. Hit up Toadstool first. Make your reservation. Go on the ride. Punch the blocks till your reservation. Eat your food. And then go upstairs. If you have a chance to do Mario Kart for a second time, then do it for a second time. But honestly, take advantage of it. I think that's always the hard part of Super Nintendo World. Every other part of the park, I feel like it's a little easier to like manage or get into. But Super Nintendo World is just it's packed. It's popular. It's the ride that everybody wants to go on. It's like everything. So make sure that you hit that up early. Let's see. Sam here. I haven't been at a theme park since January of this year. Had healthcare, but right now I'm just trying to get something situated to go back. Completely understand. I think it's been since February since I've been?
Yeah, you went.
Yeah, and then Grace hasn't been since December of last year. No, November of last year for the past member takeover.
Yeah, when we went for the Grinchmas.
Yeah, Grinchmas. So, guys, as theme park goers, sometimes things happen. We got to take breaks, whether it's our health, whether it's our finances, whether it's the distance, whether it's...
Oh, but we did go to Disneyland last month, remember?
That's a lie. We did go to Disneyland last month. It was, honestly, it felt so quick. Yeah, so that's a lie. That is true. Yeah. But we went, it felt like a lot longer before then. We haven't been to Universal together.
It feels like it's been a month
for a long time.
Yeah. But yeah, Universal, I haven't been since...
Yeah, it's been a minute.
November, yeah.
I know. It's so weird because I went with Dominic, but we didn't get a chance to go with her. But then we bumped into a lot of our friends. And just to not have Grace there was weird. It was really weird. But
it's okay.
We're going to get back there, can't wait. We love being Platinum Pass members, so we cannot wait, honestly.
Hi, Liz. Welcome in.
Hey, Liz. Happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. We hope you're doing well. So the first one that I'm going to read, it's and so, by the way, theirs is from August 30th to November 3rd. So way before Halloween and a little bit after Halloween. So you're going to be able to get your fix. If you're trying to go over there, you're going to have plenty of time to go over there. But for us, we're just going to have to live vicariously this year. But the first one is called Slaughter Cinema 2, and I believe, obviously, it's like the second part of Slaughter Cinema, which, if I remember correctly, last year looked really cool. I believe it was last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to read to you guys a little bit of the synopsis for it. It says, if you're dying for a B-movie horror marathon, head to Cary Drive-In. Scream through scenes from Creatures featuring grindhouse gore, spaghetti westerns, and more. So what do you think? Like, what do you think about like that like overall, like the synopsis and like the theming of it?
I'm interested in it.
Yeah, I think that would be really awesome.
Imagine.
Yeah, honestly, I think I
want to see how they do that.
I know. I think even.
I feel like I have a hard time imagining how it's gonna be done.
I mean, I would assume that every room is gonna be like a scene. Yeah. So like you're gonna go in one room and it's gonna be grindhouse. You're gonna go through another room, it's gonna be spaghetti western. But obviously, spaghetti westerns themselves naturally are not like scary movies. So that crap's gonna have to be like spaghetti western on acid, like something crazy where you're just gonna be like, And so I'm sure like it's not gonna be your typical like howdy y'all, like I'm sure it's gonna be crazy. But I would say that if we were going to Orlando, that would be one that I'm like, dude, we have to do big. We have to get it out of the way. We have to get it out of the way. Let's see. Sorcerer's Workshop. Landon said, I might be messaging you for some tips. Dude, absolutely,
yeah.
man. We get excited. Like when people message us, we're like, little old us, you wanna? Yes, and we hook you up, and we'll tell you what we can, dude.
Yeah,
You know,
we never hesitate to help you guys out.
We've been going for a couple years, and I think in the couple years that we've gone, we've been able to really just like learn the park very well. Let's see here. I'd have to bring an extra pair of pants if I went to HHN. Dude, believe it or not, I mean, coming from somebody who hated scary movies, I didn't go trick-or-treating until I was like probably in 5th grade, because I hated like all that like spooky crap. And now I love all that spooky crap. Like I tell Grace, like the sound of chainsaws and the smell of the gasoline is like, it's beauful. Like, you know,
like, I look at him as like, this is not the husband I married.
But you know what?
But not in a bad way. This guy, like, you know, I could never get him to watch anything that was horror.
I think it just like, I mean, shout out to YouTube, shout out to content creating, and shout out to like us as people. I don't mean like us, I mean like everybody, like those of you who go out of your comfort zone. And I think that's one thing that like YouTube has really done for me is like, oh man, we want to make a vlog or we want to do something. So we're always like thinking of an idea, but we don't always want to do the same thing. So it kind of like not forces us, but it gives us motivation to do something that maybe we wouldn't have done before, because we want to get it on video, we want to share it. More than that, we just want to get it off our bucket list. And I think for me, like HHN, especially as I started seeing like the theme park community, just like how much they love it, got me interested in it. We went for the first time. I'm telling you guys, I was pooping bricks on the way, and I was the one driving, by the way. What's up, JG Voyages? What's up, fam? How are you? We also got the Groots in the house. What's up, Groots?
Happy Monday to you, bro.
But yeah, I was pooping bricks all the way. I remember we're in the Grapevine, the I-5 going south, and I was we were listening to The Weeknd because they had the Weeknd maze that night, and I was telling Grace, I'm like, I'm so nervous, and I would like take my hands off the steering wheel, and my hands were like clammy.
His hands were so clammy. Yeah.
So like sweaty, and we got there, and you know, it was a magical year. You know, it's a year that probably we won't ever kind of experience the same again. But we're in such a large group of friends that it just made it so special. You know, we had some amazing friends just guide us around, like give us that courage that we need. And I don't mean liquid courage. I just mean like straight up like, you know, here you go, like let's do this, you know. And after that night, I remember we got back to the hotel, and I remember we were sitting on the bed, and we were still like dressed up in our attire and all that. Like we hadn't even gotten in the shower, and we're just like talking about it. And I was just like, I don't think unless I can't. I was like, I don't think we could ever miss another HHN again, unless it just started sucking for some reason. So my advice to you guys is, even if there's like a little bone in your body, you're like, you know what, I would love to explore HHN. Take some friends with you, plan it out. Don't be too scared. Be like Grace. Like seriously, just how do you handle it, babe? Like what would be your advice to our friends who might feel a little nervous?
It's for me, like I don't know, I kind of enjoy those kind of things. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a little disturbed. I'm just but no, honestly, I think the way I look at it is like, you know, for what it is. Like I know that there's people, and I know that like they put a lot of work into it. So I just kind of more like not admire it, but more like just kind of like, you know, it's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I guess you can go in with a sense of curiosity, like, you know, and a sense of like, you know, like like kind of like appreciation in, you know, and have fun. Like look at it as something fun. Like look at it as like something that you don't get to experience every day. Like, you know, thankfully you don't get to experience that every day. That would be a little terrifying. But I don't, you know, like like I said, I don't try to like dismiss you know what they're trying to do, but I do like kind of like try to like almost like not match the energies that are happening, but more like how to describe it.
The way I look at it, like, because some people, like it's like Grace said, some people could be like, dude, that's mad disrespectful. Like, at least try to act like you're scared or whatever. But it's not even that. I don't like when I look at Grace and I see her, you know, in the moment. It's more like I look at her and it's more
go with the flow, go along with it.
Yeah, it's almost like, damn, I'm having a lot of fun. I can't help it. Like, this is awesome. And it's not like, oh, these guys aren't scary. This is dumb. Like, nah, man, this is whack. Because I've heard like kids at other haunts, not necessarily HHN, but other haunts say like, oh, dude, this sucks. I'm sorry I brought you and blah, blah, blah and all this stuff. And like, you know, that negativity, like, yeah, like if she went in there and she's like, I'm not scared, like that would suck. But it's more like I could just see it in her eyes. Like we're just having a blast.
I don't look at it as like I'm not scared, but I look at it more as like I can handle it because I take that realistic, like, you know, feeling away from it. Like I know that it's almost like it's obviously it's not real. That's the way I look at it. It's not real.
And she's not jumpy.
And I'm and I'm immersing myself in something, like I said, that it's not realistic. So
and like I said, and she's not jumpy. I think when you're really jumpy, you can't help it. Like it sucks. Because you're like me, like you're like crap.
I'm not fearful of those things.
Oh, you know, like oh, you know, like you're like, and you can't help it. Like it says right there, do not curse. And the first thing I'll do is like I'll walk into a room, they'll pop up, like, ah! You know, like it happens. Can you read what George said, baby?
Definitely going with friends with good vibes is the way to go. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it.
Don't take anybody who you know brings vibes down. Who you're like, you know what, I love my friend fulano de tal, as my dad would say, but they're really negative, or they always like bring the vibes down, or they always want to chicken out. And not to say that you shouldn't give those people chances, but maybe for your first HHN, definitely avoid going with somebody like that. Go with people who are experienced. Go with people who are just down, that you know are always going to make you smile. The vibes are always going to be off the charts. Like, that is what you need for your first time. I think any haunt, if you go with somebody who's not, you know, matching like an energy or giving you an energy that you need maybe to kind of get you through it, you're going to not like it probably and never want to do any other haunts, because you're going to be like, no, that was whack. Like, I didn't like the way it felt, and I didn't like how scared I was, or I didn't understand, or blah, 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 blah. For us, like, we had friends who were just like guiding us. Like, literally, we went with a group that first HHN. Like, I think we went with a group of like, at the very minimum, 10 people. At the very minimum. And as night went on, some of us splintered off and stuff like that, but we stayed with a pretty good core group of friends. So it never really felt like incredibly scary. The only time that we branched off by ourselves is because we had the express pass and we went off to do the weekend maze for the second time. And that was the only time, or when we went to go eat too, you know. But you guys can see all that in the vlog. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the vlog. That one's from 2022. Yeah, 2022. We got Park and Sip in the house. What's up, fam? Shout out to Bacon. Shout out to the family. Yes, we miss you guys, honestly. And hopefully we can make it out there in the summer. That's another thing. You guys never know. We might make it out to SoCal or somewhere around California in the summer. So we'll be filming some really cool stuff. You know, food is always a given. Travels, adventures are always a given. Another thing, make sure you guys check out our shorts, because we just put out a short from a cat haven out here that's nearby us, and it's amazing, honestly, guys. Like, if you love animals, you got to check that out. You want to read Choncha's?
Let's see. Let me read George's first.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
Is that okay?
I didn't see that. Sorry. I thought it was Nightbot. I swear to God, I thought it was Nightbot.
He said, we've been to HHN with you guys the past 2 years, and we know that Grace genuinely enjoys it.
Exactly. It's not like Grace is there to be a Debbie Downer.
They are my witness.
And to rain on their parade, or to like step on their toes, or to kick them in the, you know, like, it's more like she's like, it's okay. It's not hard to get Grace to have fun. It's not hard at all. But I feel like that's one of the moments where it's like unbridled fun. Like, you know, where it's just like, it's a kid. It's like almost that kid feeling. Like, you can't help it. You want to dance. You want to be happy. You want to smile. And even if you get scared, like,
I know, and it sounds weird to say you're
later.
smiling and those, you know, like, events, but you know, like, it's fun for me. It's fun. What do you want me to say?
It was dope. Honestly, I can't lie. That's why we keep going. And I've said it a million times. Look at it like the biggest Halloween party that you can go to. Besides, I mean, here on the West Coast at the very minimum, you know. Besides, obviously,
I
on the East
also
Coast,
look at it like a form. I mean, as a form of art, and I think that's why I have a lot of appreciation for it, because they put in so much work, and the actors and, you know, like, everybody who designs the houses and all those things. Like, how can you not have appreciation for it?
You gotta show love.
Yeah.
Because it takes hella people to do that, and you guys see all year round they're working even if they're not building, they're writing scripts. Shout out to John Murdy, who's like super active on X or aka Twitter. So make sure that you guys, if you want to stay on some of the news that we're getting, follow John Murdy. That's the dude for HHN and Hollywood. Sorry.
Yeah.
For obviously what we're talking about right now, Orlando, it's gonna be different. We got D in the house. What's up, D? Hope you're doing well. Shout out to you, the kids, the family, to Chilo, everybody.
Yeah.
Choncha said, I learned the lesson the hard way with going with bad vibes people. Exactly. We didn't go with bad vibes people, but we had bad vibes tried to kind of like join our group, and it just sucked. And then it didn't last. It's all good. But that's the problem. It's like if you come in with those bad vibes and you're in a bigger group, chances are your group might not want to stick around you. And that's just the reality. I'm just going to be keeping 100 with that one. Let's see here. The weekend maze was amazing. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Let's see. The next maze that I want to talk about, so that way we can get through all these, is Goblin's Feast. Sorry, Goblin's Feast. It says, welcome to Goblin's Feast Tavern and visit the Goblin Village where a lavish feast is being prepared for goblins, orcs, hobgoblins, and witches, and you're the main course. Like, honestly, that sounds pretty cool to me. I'm not gonna front. I like the idea of like goblins and orcs and all that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I kind of wish they would bring this one here, to be completely honest with you. If we were able to
maybe they'll bring something similar, hopefully.
It sounds fun. It kind of reminds me of like a cross between like Holidays in Hell and like something a little bit more maybe like violent.
Like almost like Leprechaun-ish.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say that one I would be putting it on the list. I'd be like, yeah, for sure. Would you put that one on the list if we were going?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, obviously we'd probably do all of them, but I think priority. Priority. All right, the next one is called Major Sweets Candy Factory. I can already tell you, I'd want to do this one. It sounds awesome. It says, you've been invited to chaperone a field trip to a candy factory, but this sweet tour is about to turn sour when free samples transform the kids into candy-coated killers wielding sharpened candies. Come the freak on, dude. That sounds freaking awesome. That sounds really cool. I'm not gonna lie that. Because we just watched Wonka too. And we'll talk about Wonka. Not Wonka too, but the Wonka also, the one with Timothy Chalamet or whatever. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. So it's kind of cool to see that. Like, it's really cool. So what do you guys think so
far? We're going to get an ad right now, I think?
Oh, yeah. In about, let's see. Yeah, in about less than a minute, some of you guys will be getting ads. We'll try to, like, pause for that time so that way you guys don't miss anything. But I'm out of the three that we talked about, Slaughter Cinema, Goblin Feast, and Major Sweet Candy Factory, I think Slaughter Cinema 2 is the one that I'm like the most, followed by the Candy Factory, followed by Goblin's Feast. What about you?
Let's see. I would say I would probably go with the Slaughter Cinema, I believe so, 2, then Goblin's Feast, and then Major Sweets. Yeah.
No, I think me and you, the only thing we'd switch was the Candy Factory and the Goblin's Feast.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna get some ads right now. We'll be right back. All right. So for some of you, obviously, some of you do have YouTube Premium, which allows you guys to skip these ads. So, obviously for us, like we try not to run too much ads on it. We actually have the option of like kind of telling YouTube how to run the ads. So we just want to make sure that you guys are still having a great time. And, obviously we appreciate you guys and we appreciate you sticking around. Let's see. The next one is called the Museum Deadly Exhibits. I don't know. Let's see. This one says, you're going to check out the Rotting Stone, the local folklore museum's infamous new exhibit. An evil spirit escapes from within, possessing the other displays and decaying everything in its path. I don't know about that one, honestly. It sounds. I don't know. It sounds super generic to me.
Yeah.
It sounds like super generic.
Hi, Chilo.
Hey, Chilo. What's up?
Hi, Isabel.
Hey, Isabel.
Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be going back in the chat right now, guys. But thank you guys so much for joining us. I don't know. It sounds kind of like generic. It says an evil spirit escapes within. What does that even mean? Within, like the museum, and it possessed the other displays. Like it reminds me of like Night at the Museum. It's just supposed to be horror.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't sound scary to me at all. What do you guys think? Do any of these sound scary to you? I know one of them you guys might actually know, and we'll go over it right now. Yeah. Let's see here.
Landon said no elephant butts this year.
Elephant butts. Which one was that one?
Not sure.
I'm so confused right now. It must have been an inside joke that I cannot remember at the moment. Elephant's butts.
Landon, refresh your memory.
I know you're gonna have to
friend.
refresh our memory for sure on that one, dude. I'm like so confused. Thank you so much. Let's see here. All right, cool. We're all caught up. Let's see. Oh yeah, this next maze is the one that we've actually done. The next house. So the next one is Monstruos, the Monsters of Latin America. And so we'll read this one, you guys. If you watched our vlog from either a live stream or a vlog, I can't remember which one we did it under. Or did we not do it on the vlog? Huh? You know, that might have been the one that we did a short on.
Yes.
So we did a short on it. We didn't put it in the vlog, but it says, ten cuidado with la muerte as your guide. You'll be asking for piedad from these three terrifying monsters: the blood-sucking la huelpuchi, right?
Mm-hmm.
And owl-faced witch la lechuza, and bone-ripping el silbón. So that one is one that they had here at Hollywood last year. It was probably my number one. As far as scary and vibes and all that, it was my number one.
Yeah.
But my number one was The Last of Us. Like, I really love The Last of Us. But if I were to say, like, as like the quality of it, I would say that Monstruos was probably the best one last year. What do you think?
I would say, I mean, as far as like, yes, the scare factor, yeah, Monstruos. The Last of Us, like, I feel like I knew what to expect, and with the Monstruos, I didn't know what to expect. So.
Yeah. And we appreciate everybody for being here tonight. We're at 11 likes. Everyone. You guys are amazing. Make sure you guys hit that like button, smash that like button, and crush that like button for us. We really appreciate you guys being here tonight. Let's see here. Yeah, I would say if I was in Orlando, I would strongly suggest to all my Orlando peeps, hit up Monstruos like as soon as you can. Like, preferably in the dark though, but hit up Monstruos because that one's freaking awesome, honestly. Let's see here. Maybe it was Universal, but there was a maze that had an elephant's butt in it last year. There's a video that's burned into my brain. Was it Universal or was it not? I could have sworn it was not, but I might be wrong. It might have been Universal. We'll figure that one out. I know exactly which one you're talking about. No, I know exactly which one he's talking about, but I don't remember if it was at Universal or if it was at Knott's. That's where I'm kind of having a hard time remembering because it feels like it's more of a Knott's style like thing, but I could be wrong. I completely could be wrong. Let's see here.
Ghosty said, I went through Monsters last year when I was at HHN, and I enjoyed the maze.
It was really good, bro. We're so happy you enjoyed it. We loved it.
He said, I think it might have been Knott's.
Yeah, I think it was Knott's, bro.
And
I
D also said, I think it was Knott's, actually.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that POV of that maze, and I thought it was really disgusting. I was really legit grossed out, but it looked pretty interesting. I'm not gonna.
I can't wait to go to Knott's Scary Farm. Hopefully next year we get.
It's gonna be next year, guys. I mean, obviously you never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure next year is gonna be the year. And not only for Scary Farm, I think we're just gonna try to go in general at some point in the year.
Because we've never been in general.
It feels weird that we've never been to Knott's. Like everybody feels like everybody's been to Knott's, and we've never been to Knott's ever. All right, let's take a look at the last house before we move on to the next subject. Which is our movie reviews. Let's see. Haunted house announcement. Triplets of Terror. It says, you're invited to the Barmy Triplets birthday bash, but beware, they celebrate by recreating their family's murders. Prepare for a gory gathering. ¿Qué piensas? Thoughts? I feel like it sounded kind of but I'm not going to lie. I like the part where it says they recreate their family's murders. Because then, like, I kind of imagine it like you're going in one room and then they're showing you how they, like, maybe murdered somebody in their family. And then you go in another room and they show you that. So, if anything, it's kind of, like, really creepy because you're kind of, like, looking at the recreations of literally of how, quote-unquote, they murdered their family. It could be really generic. It could be decent. I guess they'll get a chance to see over there in Orlando. I just feel like the thumbnail that they made, like, it straight up looks like it's made off of Canva. Look at seriously, tell me like seriously, it looks like it could be made off of Canva. So
nothing wrong with Canva.
Nothing wrong with Canva. I love Canva. I love Canva, honestly. So real talk, 6 mazes, 6 houses, I guess we could call them. Pretty exciting. 0 house announcements here in Universal Hollywood. We're still waiting for that. What the hell, dude? Like, come on, guys. Like,
I'm sure it'll happen next month or in July. Well, obviously, probably in July because of Midsummer Scream.
Yeah, I think that's maybe what they're waiting for, but I still would like to hopefully hear something. I do remember last year, if I remember last year correctly, they were releasing a lot of announcements like right around Midsummer Scream.
I think there might have been one announcement, but I want to say most of the announcements were made at Midsummer Scream.
A lot of reason that I remember that is because that was around the time that we were going to your checkups for the baby. And so I remember we would go and we would literally, yeah, like we would oh my gosh, I can't think. There was a time where we went to one of your checkups, and like that morning they like were like releasing a bunch of names, like, and I remember being there in the office and like being like, babe, oh my gosh, and then like I was getting mad excited. So that was before the baby was born. And it's crazy to think like ever since then, it's the baby's here. The baby's here.
Let's see. Landon said, "I've never been to a Knott's either. Only ever been to Disneyland for me."
Yeah. You know, honestly, I hadn't even been to Universal. She hadn't even been to Universal. So, you know, only in the last 2-3 years.
Landon, you live up north, so have you ever been to Great America?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Great America.
Let's see. And then George is trying to, you know, get me to never take you to Knott's. He said that Knott's sells beatbox.
Yeah.
George, that's not going to sell it for me.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I would still be down to go even if they didn't sell beatbox. But honestly, you won't catch me drinking the beatbox at the parks because I will fall asleep. I will take a mad nap.
Let's see. Bacon said, "I'm telling you, they all sound generic to me." You know, well, thankfully this is in Orlando. Obviously we had Monsters last year out in Hollywood. So yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, those last couple ones, yeah, they did sound kind of generic to me, but who knows? Maybe they sound generic, but maybe they're a lot more fun in person. You never know.
Exactly. Park and Sip said, "I bet you they'll drop them after pass holder takeover. I'm gonna go on a limb and say they'll drop details for the pass holders the night of." Dude, awesome. I would be mad jealous because we're not going.
They can just FaceTime Gio and be like, they're announcing it. Please, like I told you.
Bro. Just put that HHN right here, brother. I need me some HHN news. At least from Hollywood, you know, like I love building that anticipation. And, you know, for us, it's like, you know, Christmas, another Christmas, right? It's the Christmas before Christmas. So we're very, very excited. Okay. They have a water park that is open during summer. Yes. Oh, we've seen it. Yeah.
I definitely want to check that out. Hopefully next summer we get a chance to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
When the baby's a little bigger.
Yeah. We're always not afraid. Okay. We're always conscious of like the fact that like if we do something like that, we definitely have to be extra cautious.
Yeah.
With 3 kids, you gotta be extra cautious. Landon said, "I may have gone to Great America as a kid, but not really much. I remember, totally forgot about Six Flags up here too. I've been there." Yeah, dude, you know what's funny is like I had no idea there was even that much theme parks up north. I was like completely flabbergasted when I found out. And that's my ignorance right there. That's my ignorance.
No, I never even heard about Great America until we, you know, started like, you know, going to Disneyland and stuff like that more frequently and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, you know, because honestly, all we have ever really done, like me and you, we've never gone to like San Jose. We've never gone to like San Francisco together.
We've never been up north besides Monterey.
Yeah. That's
like Carmel.
Together. Because growing up, I would go to San Jose and San Francisco a lot with my family. But yeah, we might hopefully be making a trip out to Monterey soon. Hopefully,
I hope so.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I hope so. I think it might happen. I mean, at least before the end of the year.
We haven't taken the kids to the aquarium since they were really small. Avery wasn't even 2 yet.
Yeah, we saw something today that was like, holy crap, we might have to go to Monterey. Like, it was just awesome news. So hopefully we can go over there.
We always look for any reason to go to
Honestly,
Monterey.
yeah. But, you know, obviously with the economy, you always want to like try to, you know, save a little bit of money. That's always important.
Isabel said, "I want to do the Monterey Bay Aquarium too." The Monterey Bay Aquarium is amazing, Isabel. If you guys ever take Valentina, like, you guys will love it. It's beautiful. It's
one of my favorite things to do in like all of the state. Like, honestly, like it's just such a fun adventure. The tanks are like breathtaking. Some of those tanks, like I literally like, I won't spoil it too much, but I remember there was one tank where I was standing in front of it and I told Grace, if this tank breaks, we're all dead. And Grace was like, gee, thanks.
Yeah. That's
Oh
not
my
what I
gosh.
wanted to
Have we
hear.
said hi to Paula? Paula
No,
just came in here?
she just
What's
came in.
up, Paula?
She said,
Oh
"Let
my
me know if
gosh.
you do." Hi,
We
Paula.
absolutely will let you know. We honestly, I'm thinking, man, I'm hoping that before September.
Yeah.
I'm hoping before September. If we can manage it, then we'll do it. If not, it'll probably be around September, November, in that time range, you know, because it's always about getting timing right, isn't it, folks? Like, especially when you have a family this big now, like, it's all about the timing.
I know, we're a family of 5 now.
It's crazy. And thank you for dropping those members only emojis, Paula. We really appreciate you and all your support, all your genuine love, always coming in here with so much love, so much just support. And, you know, a lot of you guys who come in here show me the same thing, show Grace the same. So all we can say is thanks. Like, honestly, all we can say thanks for the genuine love, all that. You guys are amazing, honestly.
D said that's on the list for Obi's field trips.
That's how I went for my first time. Did you go on the field trip?
Yeah, I did.
You went to
I went in 5th grade.
Why don't I remember you telling me that?
You like? I'm pretty sure I told you before, because remember I told you I had a pen, and I still have the pen that I got from my trip, and I told you, I was like, this is a pen that I got from Monterey Bay Aquarium, and I still have it.
So hopefully we can do that. I honestly, if you guys have seen, we've been trying to just kind of like kick it anywhere and everywhere, and just trying to bring you guys as informative but also as fun content as we can. So, you know, we're gonna keep doing that.
Thank you for dropping that twerk emoji, Chilo.
Twerk. You guys can't see my butt right now, but I'm twerking. I've been to Carmel, Salinas, and Monterey. Oh, there you go. You know how beautiful it is up there.
Yeah, Carmel is very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Had the most romantic dinner there.
I honestly, I don't even know how we'll ever top that. I'm gonna have to take her to Monaco, honestly. I'm gonna take her, like, literally Monaco, or maybe
we're gonna have to become millionaires for you to do that.
I've already kind of looked into how we can go to Monaco, and it's very, very, in an inexpensive way that's still super expensive. So if you guys know, do you guys know what Monaco is? If you guys know what Monaco is, put a thumbs up in the chat, because it's actually a very, very interesting country. And yes, it's a country. Monaco is not a state, it's not a city. It's kind of like a city, but it's definitely a country. So yeah, if you've ever heard of Monaco, put your thumbs up. Put a thumbs up in the chat. So Monaco is actually the second smallest country, only next to the Vatican. So the Vatican is technically considered the smallest country. And so the thing about Monaco is it's considered a tax haven, meaning that if you're a billionaire or even a millionaire, you're going to want to set up shop there, because they don't charge you income tax. They don't charge you estate tax, or, you know, like anything that is going to take money away from your earnings, you're going to be able to keep pretty much over there. So Monaco is very, very expensive.
I'm going to go check on the kiddos, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, so Monaco is a very expensive place because of that. So per capita, they have the most billionaires that live there in the world. And so you have athletes, you have famous people, CEOs and all that, because they just know that they can get away with like not paying taxes. And it's in a beautiful Riviera. It's just like overlooks the water. They have one of the most amazing like ports where they have nothing but like these mega yachts and these yachts that park there. They have the Monaco Grand Prix, which has just happened this weekend actually for Formula One. It's like super historic race. So, but it is to fly. You can't first and foremost fly into Monaco. You have to actually fly into France, because it's right south of France. It's connected to France. So you actually have to fly into France. To get an apartment or a hotel or anything in Monaco, you're going to be looking at thousands and thousands of dollars, like easily thousands of dollars. So a lot of people who visit Monaco, and which it's like on my bucket list, because I just love F1. I love like beautiful locations like that. I want to go to France. I want to go to Europe. So my, like, a big thing is if you go to France, you stay somewhere in France, like probably like 30, 40, 50 minutes away from Monaco. You can actually drive into Monaco or take some public transportation, spend the day there. It's actually not that expensive to eat there. Like literally, like the dude that I watched, Kim, he literally spent like $20, like what would be US $20 to have like a really good lunch, you know, and then he spent like a little bit more for dinner or whatever. That's freaking cheap if you think about it. But I would love to visit there. It's just like another place that I've just like fell in love with. I love the way it looks. I'm not a billionaire. I probably won't be able. The only way to fly in there, real talk, and I'm looking at Bacon. The only way to fly in there is to take a helicopter. You have to take a helicopter, and that's what a lot of billionaires do, is they take a helicopter into Monaco. So If you've never seen it, look it up on YouTube. Some of like the information out there is actually really interesting. Let's see. These trips are getting so expensive. Yeah, we're talking about Monaco. You're definitely but even other trips. Yes, I know you're mentioning. If y'all go to San Francisco and enjoy baseball, the Giant ballpark is amazing. Got to see a game there at least once. I've actually been to McCovey Cove, like outside of the park. She's never been there or anything.
No, I haven't.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm a huge Dodger fan. So if I'm going, I'm watching Giants versus Dodgers for sure. Let's see. I was about to ask you, are you talking about the country? Yes. Dee said I had never heard of it. Oh, well, now you know. Now you know. It's a very interesting place. It's very interesting.
Maybe I've heard of it in movies, but don't know much about it.
Well, and Bad Bunny has that song Monaco too. I don't even know if you listen to Bad Bunny, but Bad Bunny has a song called Monaco. But it's funny because he shouts out like Formula One drivers and a bunch of different things.
Crazy.
Like, yeah, he shouts out Checo in the song.
Oh.
And Max Verstappen.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
I guess
Isn't that trippy? I just found out. I don't really listen to a lot of Bad Bunny, but he shouts out two of my favorite drivers, Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen. So I'm like, I might have to listen to that song. Sounds pretty cool. Whoa. Bigger than Dubai? Dubai is not a country. I mean, wait, is Dubai a country or is Dubai the city? I thought Dubai was a city. Hey, Siri.
Probably because it's in the...
Is Dubai a country or a city? It's a city in the United Emirates. Yeah,
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, so it's but yeah, Dubai. It's funny that you're saying that because as Grace, Dubai is the other place that I keep talking about. I would love to visit Dubai. I want to go to places where people don't normally talk about going. I know everybody talks about Japan, which by the way, we're still gonna go to Japan at some point. I know everybody talks about like certain like Italy and all that, but I want to go to freaking Azerbaijan. I want to go to Turkey. I want to go to like different areas. I want to go to Vietnam. I want to go to Cambodia. I want to go anywhere that I can find something that I've never heard of before.
Yeah. Bacon said I'm gonna fly into their
with the private jet. He said,
"Yeah,
good luck, bro. There's no runways,
take us with you." He's just gonna fly into somebody's.
You need the airplane boat, the ones that ones that you can land on the water. You know, like those airplanes.
Yeah, don't they have a name though?
I don't remember. Airplane boat.
Okay. Waterplane, I think it is.
California period. We went from middle class to I'm poor of class. You know what, Isabel? Like, it's crazy. I think a lot of people, you know, went from like, you know, oh wow, I'm doing really well to wow, things look different right now. So, you know, if you guys are, you know, not you guys just specifically, I'm just saying if anybody else is feeling a pinch like we are, man, you know, tough times don't last. So hopefully everything turns around and we can all take all the trips that we want to take, honestly. You like the Dodgers? Those are fighting words. Hey, bro, I was born in Los Angeles, bro. I can't help it, right? And I wasn't about to be an Angels fan. That wasn't gonna happen, okay? You triggered my home pod? No way, Liz. That's so
not the
funny.
First time that's happened. We triggered somebody's series.
Crystal and Chris, I think, too.
Yes,
one time,
but somebody else too.
Somebody who else? Was it Mia?
No, somebody else.
Somebody else, yeah. Let's see. Dubai looks crazy. Dubai looks crazy expensive, dude. It looks crazy expensive.
No, Dubai looks
but I would love to go there. And you know what, dude? Like anywhere you go, you just gotta go with. Don't let money and status make you feel any way invaluable. Mm-hmm. There might be people with higher monetary value than you, or more properties, or whatever. Like, but individual value is really more consistent on like your personality, who you are, how you treat people, how people love you. Because imagine being a billionaire. Yes, that'd be great. But if everybody hated you, be like, okay, great. Well, I'll just play by myself, be by myself, eat by myself. You know, that would suck. You know, the best part about life is sharing it with people. And I've always told Grace, I don't need to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. Like, that's my big thing.
Mm-hmm. Paula said, wait. Giants is my team. Don't fire me, and she's covering her face.
It's all good.
We still love you,
We
Paula.
Still love you. We have a lot of friends who like the Giants, man. We have a lot of friends.
Especially around here, it's either you're a Giants fan or a Dodgers fan, because we're right in the middle of everything. So, like, there's a lot of people that are either Dodgers or Giants fans around here.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. You know, we kept it 100 Wednesdays, right? I'm gonna keep it 100 today. I am all for people, like, putting up their teams, talking about sports. But I am really, really over when people act super childish and they're like, your team sucks. Oh, a bunch of, like, you know, like, I like the Cowboys, and when people call them cowgirls and stuff, I'm like, what are you even thinking you're achieving by that? Like, you even think that's funny? Or, like, I never get it. And I think I kind of got over that when I turned 30. And I'm like, you know what? Sports isn't that serious. You know, is it a passion? Absolutely. So I don't mind if you're a Dodgers Giants, Angels, any kind of Padres. I really don't care. As long as you're a good person to me, go your team for you, but I'm rooting Dodgers all the way, like all the time. So that's just who I am. More billionaires in Dubai, from what I think so, as far as a country, yes. As Dubai is not a country, it's a city. So it is going to be different.
Yeah.
You want to read what Chilo said right here?
Chilo said, we went to the Natural History Museum in Santa Barbara, and it was a small museum, but it was a good experience for the kids, and they had mechanical dinosaurs.
We love mechanical dinosaurs.
We love dinosaurs.
Grace just wants to ride a dinosaur.
I do. Even though now apparently George also wants to ride dinosaurs.
While also wearing pasties.
We'll see who gets to ride dinosaurs first. Probably be me. Because I'm pushing George off the dinosaur.
I was going to say, you've been kind of waiting for a long time to do that. I'm going to take her to the Sinclair station where they have, a dinosaur in the front. I'm just going to lift her up and put her right on there. And she knows I can lift her up. I'll just drop her right on there.
It's close to the police station, so I don't know.
There's another one that's not close to the police station.
Oh,
it's
that's right.
More over there. Country. It's actually closer to us, to be honest with you. So I'll take you over there. I'll just drop you off, and I'll just drive home. You're like, take the freaking dinosaur. That's me, not being able to control the car because I try to drive all too fast. But Chilo, I love museums. I love all that.
Santa Barbara is definitely another place we've been wanting to visit.
There's a museum in LA that we want to visit. I just told Grace about it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a museum. I don't want to ruin it. We don't like ruining everything, but there's a museum that by the end of the year I want to visit. We want to record. I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised. It's not something that anybody has done, so I think you guys are going to like it. Crazy how I mentioned Dubai. I have a YouTube video paused on my TV and Dubai popped up. Bro, it's going to happen. Mention a movie, dude. Right now we're going to mention a couple movies and watch if those movies don't pop up for you and for us. Yes. I have zero interest to travel with France, honestly. Want to hit all 50 I want to hit all 50 started before I travel abroad. I want to go to Greece though. Okay, so Bacon, what he's basically saying is he wants to hit up all the 50 United States. So literally, I honestly think that's actually kind of cool, bro. I'm not gonna front. And then he wants to go abroad. I do want to travel to France, dude. I do. Yeah,
I don't have a specific order. I think that's pretty awesome.
They can come up to me and they could be like, "Stupid American," and I'd be like, "Oh snap, you guys talk like that."
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I agree with Bacon. I'd rather go to Greece than go to France, to be honest with you.
I would rather go visit my people, my bloodline out in Wales. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm 2% Welsh, 1% Britain. I'm 1%. Jewish, and also African. I have some African in my blood. What else? I'm Italian. I'm 6% Italian. I'm 7% French. So you just dissed me, bro. 40% Spanish, 5% Portuguese. What else do we have? A bunch of Native American and a bunch of Native American, half Native American. Bruce said, I agree. Let's see. Shady said 100% Gio. Sorcerer said most people trash talk is just super repetitive on what everyone else in the world says. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why does it have to be all that? Why can't you just be my team did better than your team? Literally leave it at that. This is how I started combating it, and I started telling Dominic and Avery to do the same thing. I usually just say when somebody's like, "Oh, the Cowboys suck, they lost," I would be like, yeah, dude, it's kind of a bummer, man. I wish they wouldn't have lost, but they really, really crapped the bed on that one. And man, Prescott was not accurate at all. And the defense didn't know who they were who they're guarding, and it was just a mess. And then people usually stay like this. And then the next thing they say is this. I'm not lying to you. They usually say, "Oh, it's all good, bro. You guys will do better, man. It's just one game." They'll end up comforting me. They'll end up being like, "Oh, it's all good, bro." After literally trash talking the crap out of me, or out of the team, right? And it's you just, honestly, I don't mind talking football. I know a lot about football. I don't mind talking basketball, same thing. But yeah, let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100 with each other. We're grown people.
Thank you, Paula. We appreciate you, Paula. Should just drop those members emojis.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just saw one that was funny.
Bacon's all freaking autocorrect states. Yeah, no, we figured that's what you meant, Bacon.
Have you guys seen the dinosaur video where it eats you? I don't remember.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why. Like that when you said that, it reminded me of like an EDM, like one of this artist. I forget who it is, but they have like this giant Shrek like dancing. It's all boom, 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 and then it goes, bruh, and it looks like 3D. It looks like Shrek like pops out of like the screen. It is freaking awesome. They did it at EDC, but that's not where they did it the first time. They did it at another rave, another show, and it looked 3D. It looked like scary. It looked awesome. But yeah, it reminded me of that. I don't know why it reminded me of that.
George said, whoa, definitely wearing pasties, he said. No, he said no pasties.
Chilo said, Grace, we have dinosaur gas station called Sinclair. We do too.
Yeah, we went here in town
to ride the dinosaur D, and the kids got. Hey, you know what? I remember that picture. We remember that picture. Like, honestly, that's literally the best place to go, ride a dinosaur. They always have dinosaurs in front of the Sinclairs. Shady Lady P said, who's wearing pasties? And George, apparently.
What? I never agreed to that. Only George did.
I'm sorry. It's just wishful thinking on my part.
God, don't embarrass me.
It's just wishful thinking. I don't care. It's my wife. Why wouldn't I want to see my wife looking extra, extra luscious? Drop those spicy emojis in the chat. That's exactly why we made the spicy emoji. Because sometimes it gets spicy up in here.
Oh, gosh.
Sometimes it gets a little spicy. I'm not going to lie. I'm over here. I'm kind of red. I'm not going to lie.
I'm over here pretending I'm
And yeah, thank you so much, Paula. Yes, our channel memberships are only 99 cents right now. Probably stay like that for the foreseeable future. And it unlocks damn near everything except for the member appreciation mail. But that's usually like at the diamond level, but pretty much everything else. So if you guys are interested, go to our homepage and you guys can sign up there from the join button.
Let's see. Landon said, I really only trash talk the Chiefs, the amount of severe emotional damage the Chiefs have given me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the Chiefs are crazy, bro. Like, they're that team. They really are that team, bro. Ghosty said, I'm going to go live tomorrow at 9 p.m. playing Killer Clowns from Outer Space. If you want to come by and say what's up, absolutely, bro. I'll definitely stop by. And then shout out to Ghosty, man. I just want to say thank you so much, dude, for joining me a couple times on Fortnite and stuff like that. Really, really appreciate it. Much appreciated. Let's get that this time.
George said Excision. I'll put it down.
Yes, that's the person. You're
gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I'll show it to you. They even copyrighted them. I think at one point they couldn't even do it.
Oh.
And then at EDC, they did it again, but I don't know if it was the stage, the EDC stage, but it looked cool, but it didn't look 3D. It didn't look like he popped out. It just looked like he was just dancing, and then he's like, "Ugh," and he throws up. That's another thing. He's like, "Ugh," throwing up on the crowd. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Thank you guys for dropping yes, though. Yes. Whoa. Yeah, sorry, guys. Got a little spicy up in here. I'm sorry. Those pasties sometimes, All right, let's go into our movie review before Grace faints over here. All right, so we watched this weekend Dune 2, and I know you guys are probably wondering, hey, weren't you guys gonna have the watch party for Dune 2? And you guys are right, we were gonna have a watch party, and I think it was the day before that we kind of decided, or the day before, huh?
Yeah, it was the day before. We
decided to skip it. We're just honestly, guys, I went live a lot in the last 2 weeks for
we just decided we wanted to have the date night.
Exactly.
So we decided to have our little Dune 2 date night.
Yeah. So we wanted to have a date night. I had already gone live a lot, guys. I wanted to spend some time with Grace, dude. Honestly, I felt like we kind of just needed to spend some time together, have a nice little date night. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who joined me for Fortnite, leading up to it. We have everything in one playlist, so if you guys wanted to go back and watch that whole thing, getting from level 0 to 100, it's all there for you guys. And I literally, you know what, I'm not gonna spoil it. I want you guys to go watch it. But we had a really good date night, huh, babe?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was really fun. We can't really go out a lot right now because of the baby, so that's kind of our way of doing it. So this time around, we decided to kind of say maybe not. And then another thing too, guys, is obviously we paid for Max. I don't think everybody pays for Max, but we were like, you know what, let's just relax. Let's just try to chill out. So one thing that me and Grace had said is that we want to do definitely a movie club night, but we want to do it with a movie that maybe you guys might have already seen. something that's really popular, something really unique. Obviously, in the past, we did Marvel movies.
Mhm.
We've done Home Alone. We did, the Halloween like movies, or Halloween Michael Myers. So, we're thinking about putting up a members. I think we'll probably be a members only poll. Or you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll let our members vote on it.
We're gonna put up a members only poll with a couple of different movies. I was thinking of choosing 2, and I kind of wanted Grace to choose 2, or we'll just figure out together what movies we want to watch.
Maybe try to do it next month.
Yeah, I think next month would be really, really nice. Obviously, like.
I mean, we're almost.
Yeah,
anyways,
exactly.
But yeah, like maybe in a few weeks.
Yeah, and we'll get together. And then also maybe by the end of the summer, we would love to go back to doing some trivia. So hopefully before the end of the summer, we can start doing some movie trivia here and there. Maybe we'll get back into watching something for the fall and just go from there. But movie club's coming back for sure. Movie club's coming back. Don't sweat it, guys. All right, so Dune 2, babe. We watched it Friday. Didn't finish it until
Saturday.
Not even.
It was Saturday.
Did we finish Saturday? I thought we finished it yesterday.
We started on Thursday.
Started on Thursday.
And then
You're right.
Finished it Saturday.
So we started on Thursday when we decided that we were going to cancel the live stream. Or reschedule. And then so we watched it Thursday, watched it Friday, and finished it on Saturday. So, all right, babe. What do you think?
I would give it a 3 out of 5.
Why? Like, what were some of the things that like made it an average movie to you? Because 3 is like average, I would say, right?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I just feel like it was. Let's see, without giving it away for those who haven't actually watched the movie, let us know if you've actually already watched Dune 2 or plan on watching Dune 2. I just felt like it kind of
I'll drop a quick little
wasn't as good as the first one. And not that it was a terrible movie. It just, I don't know. I feel like it could have been better. I feel like the story just, I don't know.
There was something that it
was
felt
missing. Yeah, it was missing. Something was missing from the story. Like, it just wasn't the same.
Look, some of you guys who didn't see the first Dune, remember the first Dune did not come out in theaters because of COVID. It came out on HBO. At that time, it was HBO Max. And so Dune is directed by Denis Villeneuve. I can never pronounce his name. But he's a really great director who's also directed the movie Arrival. That one was an amazing movie about aliens, and it's just awesome, phenomenal. He's a phenomenal director. But he did Dune, which was, for a long time, thought to be an impossible movie to make. Like, they tried it in the 90s, and it didn't really do that well, and it was just, like, all over the place, apparently, and it just really didn't do that great. So the first Dune, it's like a start of a series, right? It was a great movie. It was visually stunning. I loved how they set up everything. It was just awesome. JG boy, just have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you so much, friend.
George.
I love how they set it up. But Dune 2, I kind of agree with Grace. I would give it a 4 out of 5. I would give it a 4 out of 5. Because I love science fiction anyways.
It wasn't even that it wasn't interesting. There's just something missing.
It was like bubbling up, and it was like nothing ever popped. Like you were waiting.
Yeah.
So the only way that I could describe it, and with no spoilers, I'm trying not to spoil it, that's why we're being very vague, is it reminded me of The Empire Strikes Back, where but The Empire Strikes Back had like more like poignant moments. Like you're like, holy crap, and I don't want to ruin The Empire Strikes Back for
that's what
anybody.
It was missing for me, was like something like, can't believe that happened.
I can't believe that this is the case.
I feel like it was just very predictable on what was going to happen.
It did get predictable. And I think I was very let down by that. I think
that's what I liked about the first one, is that not that it was unpredictable, but more like, I didn't know anything about the books, because I didn't read the books or anything, so I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like in Dune 2, they just were like, oh, this is gonna happen, and then it happens, and so it's like, okay, well, where does it's not leading up to the.
It just felt like a filler movie.
Yeah.
It felt like a filler movie. Like I was like, feel like I'm having to wait to the third one to actually see some payoff. And obviously that's usually the case, but even like in Avengers movies, like they could go through a series of movies and still give you some really amazing crap that happens and that leads into the next movie too. So
there was some interesting parts in the movie like that really caught my attention, but for the most part, it just.
Real quick, just to read some of the back things that I didn't read, unless you read it, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
They did the Shrek thing again recently, and yes, that was at EDC. D said date nights are always good. I love date nights, but I really miss date nights, like going to the movie theaters and like doing that. So hopefully we'll do that in the next couple months. I didn't hit level 100. I didn't know the new season started. Landon said Landon. Honestly, bro, like I feel like it was hard for me to hit 100. You guys will see. Did I hit it? Who knows? You know, you guys will see in the series. Straight Outta Compton got my vote. Hey, you know what? That's a great movie. That's a great movie. So maybe we'll see if we go back with biopics. Maybe that could be one that we set up as a choice for our members. Yeah, I love that movie actually. Let's see. I haven't seen it yet, but my dad watched it and said there wasn't much to it, and I think that's pretty much what we're saying right now too. I did not like Zendaya's acting in that movie. I felt like
from the get-go he was
the
like
worst.
He was like, Zendaya's acting is really bad in this movie, and I was like, what?
I've always been a Zendaya supporter.
Yeah.
Like I don't dislike Zendaya at all. I just feel like her acting in that movie didn't match up with like the acting of like you have Javier Bardem, you know, like even Timothée Chalamet, like kid can act, and he's not a kid, but I mean, dude can act, you know. Zendaya can act too, but she felt so out of place on this movie, like so out of place, and like it felt like I was watching like Mary Jane, like MJ, or you know, I feel like it was MJ in Dune 2. Like I wasn't a fan of it. I felt like all the other acting was pretty great. I love Josh Brolin. Like Josh Brolin's a G. You know, like I thought he's awesome. You know, like I love a lot of the actors that are in it. You know, it's just, you know, obviously Dave Bautista, like you know, things like that, like really cool. But for me, 4 out of 5. Like Grace said, she gave it 3 out of 5. I'm actually pretty happy we didn't do the watch party after all. I feel like it would have been really hard for us because we kept falling asleep, and it's not.
It took us 3 days to watch it. Guys.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie at all, guys. But if I could sit down, I'm gonna tell you this much: if you have the opportunity and you have not seen the first Dune, watch Dune 1, put it on, and then watch it through Dune 2, because I feel like as one giant ass movie, like it would work better than.
Oh yeah.
I really felt like it was. I hated how much I felt like I was waiting for something and it never happened. You know, you knew that he was gonna do certain things and then he didn't. You knew that there was certain setups and that then they're like, yes, that's the setup. I'm like, oh, really? That easy to like, you know, guess what's gonna happen? Like, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite, but let's see if there's anybody else commenting on this movie. Dee said that she hadn't seen any of them. I saw Dune 2 at the movies. The character and acting was pretty good, but some scenes were slow. But I still loved it. I can't wait for part 3.
I can't wait for part 3. I'm having high hopes for part 3.
I think part 3 is gonna be much better. I think it's gonna be much better. Let's see. You know what I have seen though is that Dune 2 popcorn bucket. So if you guys don't know what he's talking about, do you remember the Dune 2 popcorn bucket? So there's a sandworm. So they made it look like the sandworm, but it like people, you know, it got spicy. Let's put it that way. People started looking at it. It got a little, and I'll drop that emoji. It got a little spicy for the popcorn bucket. Go ahead and look it up. Dune 2 popcorn bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it?
The 5th. What are these? I mean, I see pictures, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
Everybody was just being dirty about it. Yeah. Obviously.
Oh, I see.
Because you know, people are dirty.
Okay, it makes sense.
We just finished watching our anniversary movie a month later.
Like what a movie that we've been watching
for your anniversary. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. We kept falling asleep too. We've been so tired at night after the kids go to sleep. We're the same way. We'll be like, oh, we're gonna watch a movie and then we're gonna, you know, get some food. We'll like sometimes make like really plans, like, you know, and yeah, a lot of times we'll follow through with them. But there's been plenty of times where we put on a movie and I swear to God, like we'll be like, oh, I gotta go to the restroom. One of us will go to the restroom, the other one will get water, then the other one's like, oh no, I gotta go to the restroom too. And then the baby woke up. Oh, you know what? Let me put the laundry over here. Oh, you know what? Can you help me take this out? Like literally, it like from the time that we're like, okay, we're ready to watch the movie to watch the movie. It could be sometimes like 20, 30 minutes. And then by the time we sit down, like either one of us or both of us are dozing off. Like it's almost guaranteed. Like it's almost guaranteed.
Oh gosh.
Hold the popcorn, hold the butter. No.
There's no extra butter.
Oh, I see. Ugh. All right. speaking of Timothy Chalamet, we also watched Wonka, and so we watched.
We just
Wonka.
watched movie this weekend.
Yeah, we caught up with HBO Max basically. It's like with the things that we wanted to watch. So I'll start off first. I think you started off, and let me go ahead and end the poll real quick. I just want to see how many people actually have seen Dune or Dune 2. Oh my gosh, this mouse is killing me. Let's see here.
Not very many people actually watched it.
No, not many people. So out of 10 of you guys, 9 votes, I would say pretty much the majority of you said no. 77% of you said no. So 8 out of 10. Let's call it 8 out of 10. Yeah, honestly, guys, I would still recommend it. I would say go watch it. All right, so let's talk Wonka. So for me, I thought Wonka was a really fun movie. I wouldn't say it's better than Dune 2 because I feel like it's like comparing apples to oranges.
They're not the same.
But I had a more entertaining. I was like having more fun watching Wonka than I did Dune. I would say Dune was just very interesting. Like I kept my attention, but Wonka was all like feels. Like I felt like it was really fun. The music was great. The acting was great. The people were great.
Really liked it too.
The kids liked it. It was family friendly. It was funny. Very whimsical, obviously. Like love the sets.
Whimsical how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very beautiful.
It reminded me of like an old movie, but new.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
with
it's
like all the technology.
It had heart. I guess is what I should say. It had heart, and I think I really, really enjoyed like seeing how they design like the candy sets and things that are candy related. Like even the chocolates like looked freaking phenomenal. Even though some of them looked fake, they still looked really good. Groot said I have not seen it yet. Honestly, I would recommend it. Sources Workshop said Wonka was decent. I'd say above average, but not great. Honestly, if I were to rate it based on everything and how much I enjoyed it, in the moment and everything, and how it kept me, awake, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I would give it a 4 out of 5, and I would watch it again.
So I would give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I would watch it again too, which I think that kind of says a lot because a lot of times, even if I like a movie, there's some movies that I'm like, oh, I like that movie, but I'll probably never watch it again. And it's just the way it goes. But that's one that I think, like, if I was bored and, like, sometimes you're just chilling. It's like Saturday. Back in the day, if you didn't have cable or if you had, like, TNN or TNT and a movie came on, if that movie came on, I would probably watch it. Like, I would just be, like, chilling and, like, be like, Grace, you want to order pizza or something? Yeah. Landon said he'd give it a 3.5 out of 5. I would still give it a 4 out of 5. I do feel like it was that good. Anything that you wanted to add that I didn't add?
No, I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I think we both pretty much agreed on that one.
Yeah.
All right. And the movie that we finished watching today, we started yesterday, but we finished watching today, it was Barbie. We hadn't seen Barbie.
No, we hadn't.
Honestly,
I know it's an older movie. It's been out for almost a year now.
Go ahead, babe. I'm going to let you start on this one.
I honestly thought it was very fun. And I thought it had I would say it had a pretty good message. I feel like, yeah. I mean, would I say it's like, award-winning movie? Probably not, but it was fun for what it was. Mm-hmm. It was fun. And I liked how it had like so many actors that I don't even feel like when I would see the like trailers or commercials that would even get promoted in the movie.
It was really fun to see like some of the surprises. We won't ruin it just in case you guys haven't seen it, but there is obviously surprise cameos as we mentioned, and it was really cool to see it. But overall, like I kind of agree with Grace on almost everything pretty much. Like I thought like for what a Barbie movie, like I was like trying to imagine like what is a Barbie movie going to be about? Like obviously Barbie, right? But I feel like they nailed it, like because it had like a little bit of everything that I thought a Barbie movie would have. Like it had a little bit of everything, literally, that I thought a Barbie movie would have, and some surprises. Like there was things that happened in the movie that I was like I didn't expect, or things that I thought were gonna go a certain way, like a stereotypical way, or like I was like, of course, like be able to like. How does it like predict the ending or predict that this is gonna happen, and then all of a sudden like
I had no idea where the movie was gonna go.
I feel like it was a little bit harder to predict, and so for me it's kind of funny to say, but I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. I really thought it was that good. Mm-hmm. It was super freaking funny. Like I couldn't believe how funny it was, and I feel like for being a Barbie movie, I really love how they incorporated like the Ken storyline and just how. It didn't feel like one note. It felt like there was like a lot of layers to the movie, like a lot going on, but without overwhelming you. I feel like it all made sense, even though some of it was like incredibly outlandish. It was like, man, there's no way that crap would happen, But it was a fun movie. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was great. If anything, I wish we would have watched this movie on a live stream. Like, I wish we could have done this movie as a watch party, Barbie, because it was so funny that just to be able to watch it along with you guys would have been amazing. It would have been really funny. But maybe that's what we'll keep in mind too, having, you know, a funny movie for a movie club watch party. That Dua Lipa song from Barbie is so fire. Which one? Because I feel like there's like a couple of songs in there that are really, really good and really catchy, honestly. Really, really good. I know Grace is probably going to look it up right now. All right, my friends. What do you guys think? If you guys watch Barbie, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments if you're watching the replay. I know some of you guys are replay watchers. Shout out to you guys. Guys, we've been live for an hour and 17 minutes. We appreciate you guys. We'll be live for a little while longer, not too much longer. It's about 10:25, so not too much longer. But right now, I think what we can move on is we can move on to a little something that we wanted to do special. Oh my gosh, I don't know why my mouse is not working all of a sudden. So, which movie? Which
Is this Dance the Night?
So it's probably a different song. It's not the one that everybody plays.
No, it's not that one.
Yeah.
That one I think is by a different artist.
The dance one, she said, or he said, sorry, the dance one. And then Shady Lady P said, haven't seen Barbie. I think you will like it. I think anybody will like it. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. It's a very good movie. Groot said, yes, I am Ken. Yes, you're Ken-uff.
You are Ken.
All right. So right now we have some really cool couple cards that we've done in the past. And I'm going to have Grace pull them out. What did I just do? And we're gonna do some of these. And so the reason that we love these cards is because it gives us a chance to talk to each other about some things in our relationship that we might have never thought of talking about, but it also gives you guys a chance to get to know us better as well and get us to know as a couple and, you know, what goes on in our mind, you know. So what I'll do right now is I'll just have Grace, if she wants, she can open up the cards and find us a card and we'll start going from there. Yeah, they're right there.
I was like, where are they?
But if you guys are having a good time, we're having a good time too. We appreciate you guys being here tonight.
Let's see. And I'm okay
nervous
with skipping cards.
And yeah, and if you want to grab the cards and just like, you know, kind of read as you can.
What's something very romantic that I did for you?
I want to tell this story, but I don't know if it's too personal.
And do you want me to skip it, or do you?
No. I'm trying to find a way to say it in a way that it's not too spicy. But when we were first dating, I think it was even maybe our first Valentine's Day together. Yes. Grace, you know, she got dressed up for me, and I just, you know, we were supposed to have a really, you know, obviously a fun Valentine's Day, but I was sick with like either a really bad cold or a really bad flu. I don't know why. But yeah, I'll just say this much. She looked freaking hot and I just felt so bad. I feel like I wasted that day, but at the same time,
he was very sick that day.
But I couldn't help it, guys. I'm telling you, I was like passing out sick. Like she basically just ended up taking care of me, like snuggling me. Like to this day, I feel really, really bad, but I can still say that's probably one of the most romantic things that she ever did for me, because she caught me by surprise. She didn't tell me she was gonna do it. She didn't, like, she just, you know, amazing, like just amazing. And I was completely speechless, but I also, like, it makes me super sad to think about it. I'm not gonna front, even though we're married, 3 kids later, all this stuff, right? That first Valentine's Day kind of like went that way, but it was still very exciting, very fun. Like, and I was like, man, this woman is amazing. So yeah, that was probably it right there. What about reverse?
There's a lot of romantic things that you've ever done for me. Obviously, I think the one that sticks out in my mind the most is like you booking our anniversary, you know, hotel like vacation in a sense. Like, hi Henry.
Hey, what's up, Henry? What's up, fam?
You know, our trip to Monterey, like, you know, our solo trip, like our anniversary trip, like. That was very romantic.
That was probably the most romantic thing.
Yeah, I had no idea where we were gonna stay, you know, and I think you made a good choice. And then obviously going to dinner. So
it was funny because Grace told me today or yesterday, she's like, "Oh, we've never had matching robes, and we've never." And I was like, "Oh, I said, yeah, you never
bought us."
But then she remembered. She goes, "We have worn them, and we wore them when we went to Monterey." It was like very romantic. I'm telling you guys that it was super romantic.
Hopefully you don't grab the same one.
I know.
I'm so silly.
If you could bring back any trend from the past, what would it be? Same to you guys. If you guys could bring back any trend from the past, clothing wise, movie wise, music wise, like gaming, anything from the past, what would you bring back?
I don't know. Let me think about that one. For a
Maybe
second.
Gio can wear pasties as a romantic gesture.
I think
I'm
that
sure.
would be a great idea.
I was gonna say, I'm sure Grace would be very excited about that. Maybe I might have to look into that. Don't imagine it though, guys. Just pretend that it's not happening.
Yeah, don't imagine it. Let's see. The trend.
Don't imagine it. Parking Sips said, all right, fam, I'm off to bed. I'm sorry. Got to be up super early tomorrow. Thanks for the live. No, thank you, my friend.
Thank
we love you, man.
Us,
have a good night,
Have
bro.
Good night.
Yes, take care and shout out to the family.
Yes.
I would say if I could bring back any trend from the past, oh, man. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I guess, like, the only thing I can think of is, like, I loved when we would, like, burn CDs for each other. So, like, mix CDs. Mm-hmm. So, like, if it was still a thing, like, recording CDs, I would love to be able to still make, like, mixtapes and stuff like that with different artists. But obviously now we have our iPhones and things like that.
We can make each other playlists.
Or Pogs.
Yeah.
Pogs would be something that I would love to bring back.
Yeah, I guess that's something like making playlists for each other. I mean, I don't know if people make that.
I think we did that for each other maybe once, maybe once, but I don't really feel like it was a thing anymore. Mm-hmm. So I don't really.
I guess a trend. Yeah.
I also love, like, I mean, hats never went away, but no, I guess hats never. Oh, what else? Sometimes I wish shell top Adidas would make a comeback, but then at the same time I'm like, nah, I think I'm okay. They've never really left anyway, so that's a good one. That's a hard one.
I'm sure I feel like, oh my gosh. I guess for me, I wish I could go back to the time where I could, put like, like when the style was in of, and I'm not saying I wanted to, like Gio said, like with the shell top Adidas, but hi JJQ.
What's up JJQ? Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you're having a great Monday night. Happy Memorial Day to you.
Yes. Like I used to, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day there was like I think it was Lip Smackers or one of those companies. They had like hair gel that you could put in your hair that had glitter in it. Yeah.
Interesting.
I missed that.
Interesting.
And then, like the trend of, and I think it tried to come back, but it didn't like really stick around with like putting the little butterfly clips in your hair.
Oh, yeah.
I think it tried to come back, but it just didn't. It
always reminds me of like when we're in high school,
like
that emo trend where like a lot of the girls would put bow like clips on. And my friend Anthony would always go like, gosh. Man, I like the girls with the little bows, because we're in high school obviously, and so that was like a trend. But he'd always be like, oh man, those girls with the little bows. I don't know why.
What was the most important event in your life? What made this particular event so special?
I would say like probably when we got married, having the kids. It sounds weird to say kids as an event. Mm-hmm. Graduating from high school, graduating from college, like those are all big events. But I would say the biggest event for me, the one that felt like completely different from everything else, was when we got married. Like it felt like that day felt so different. What the heck? Did you see that?
What was
the mouse started moving on its own.
Oh, that's weird.
I'll turn it off, I guess. Yeah, so I would say the day that we got married, we got married at the courthouse.
Good night, Groots.
Good night, Groots. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a good, safe, fun week ahead. But when we got married, like it was just really chill. Like we got married at a courthouse. Like we just, went with our family. It was only a couple people there. We did what we did and signed the papers, and next thing you know, we were married, And we had dinner at our first place where we had our first date. Mm-hmm. At the place where we had our first date, which no longer open, by the way. It's actually got replaced by a different restaurant. Super heartbreaking because we never got a chance to take the kids.
No, before we.
Yeah, but other than that, I would say like really like having the kids, obviously like knowing that they're coming, like especially when we're like, oh yeah, you're gonna have the baby on Friday, like that was very eventful, very eventful. Yeah. What about you?
I obviously agree, having the kids, getting married. But I guess for me, the most important one was probably graduating.
From high school?
Mm-hmm. No, from college.
Oh, from college? Yeah, I can definitely. I saw how hard you worked, so I'm not like surprised at all. Grace would fall asleep like typing.
But I still get it done.
I'm not even lying to you. I'm not exaggerating. She would fall asleep like this. Like, imagine like the computer's in front of me right now. She'd be like typing, and then I'd be right here and I'd be looking at her, and she'd be like this. And I would
work all day, and then obviously taking care of the kids, and then like that was my only time to do my homework, was to stay up and do homework.
At first, I would get mad. I'd be like, "Why are you not just going down?" Blah blah. And she'd be like, "No, I need to finish this. I need to finish this." So after a while, like when I finally realized, like, dude, just let her do what she's gonna do, I stopped telling her anything. So like sometimes I'd be here, like if I didn't have to work early, like I'd be here with her, and she'd be falling asleep, and she'd be there like asleep probably for like a solid like 20-30 minutes on just like on the chair, and I would just let her sleep. I would literally just let her sleep, because then she'd wake up like this. She would literally be like and start typing, you know, like, and she would finish, and she busted her butt so hard. And so yeah, I'm really proud of her, you know, like I'm really proud of her. She knows how I feel about that. College is very important to me.
Yep. I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm.
Did you read what Dee said? I think that's coming back now, Grace. I saw a bunch of them today at the store.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to come back again, because I did remember seeing that a while ago, but like, because I know like the actual jaw clips have been in for a while, so maybe now the little butterfly clips are starting to come.
What's up, Most Wanted? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Happy Monday, friend. Let's see. Chen is creeping up on the mouse. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Team Grace said D. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Team Grace all the way. She really killed it. Honestly, she did an amazing job. Let's see. I think we're caught up with that. All right. So next card, babe. Next card. It's my turn, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So we're playing, if you guys are just joining us, we're playing couples questions to ask every day. Yeah. So literally you could ask these questions every day. At least I'm assuming one, right?
Thank you, GGQ. Team Grace.
Okay, so you can answer this as however you want. It says, and so just to get real, what happens when we go to bed angry without talking it out? How can we keep this from happening in the future? I would say maybe the second part is more for us. The first part, I would say, like, if you want to answer that in your own way, that's okay. If not, I can answer it in my way. Thank you guys so much. We're Team You guys, because we love you guys.
Most want to put Team G.
We're Team G and G's community, which is all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Our family.
It's hard. It's hard when we've gone to bed, upset. I usually try to not let that happen, but
it's happened.
Yeah, it
happens. I think it happens to every couple. I mean, if you say it didn't never happen to you, then you're a freaking liar. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. For me personally, and I guess I'll let you think about it. For me personally, I just can't sleep. Like, if we go to bed angry, I physically cannot sleep.
It's hard to sleep.
I will feel, and then like I feel like I don't know if I could hug her or if I could hold her, because even though I know she probably would be okay with it,
I would be happy if you.
We're both like in a mood, and like we're both like not feeling very open to being like that with each other in that moment. So I would say, what happens? I would say I just don't get enough rest. I feel really restless. I get really sad. I replay whatever argument that we had or discussion that we had. And I just try my best to think like, hopefully tomorrow we can just kind of talk it out, like, and it usually does happen. Like the next day we talk it out. You said pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. All right. Go ahead. What card? I don't know. Let's be honest, guys. Sometimes we get angry with our significant other. Sometimes we get angry with our family. Sometimes we get angry with ourselves. It's normal.
What are the 3 most beautiful things in the world for you? You already know what I'm gonna say to that.
Okay. So besides my kids and my wife, because obviously I have 3 kids. I have a wife. Even though it says 3, I have 4. I would say for me, some of the most beautiful things in the world are like great friendships. So like some of the beautiful friendships that we've made over the last couple of years have like literally brought me to tears. There's been times where like, especially like a year ago, I've had birthdays where like literally like maybe 3 or 4 people wish me happy birthday the whole day, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. But like I remember like even and shout out to Carl and Kiko, I know they were live earlier. Got a lot of love for them. But I remember one time Carla like was like, "Happy birthday, Gio." They were at the tequila fest. And I was like just getting ready. We were gonna go do something, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And we might have been in the chat earlier, but I think it had been a long time since I had been in the chat. And then Carla goes, "Happy birthday to Gio. Like hope you have a good one." And honestly, it caught me off guard. I was walking by and I heard it and caught me off guard.
Oh yeah, I think we were getting ready to go to your birthday dinner.
Yeah, and it just filled me up that people were even thinking about me anywhere. Nonetheless, like on a live stream, out on a tequila festival, doing something fun, like it just brought me to tears and I started crying. I started crying. And Grace was like, "What's wrong?" She always gets like, "What's wrong?" And I told her, I go, "I just appreciate the love and, I feel blessed." I go, there's years where not even my own father has told me happy birthday. And I'm not only having all these amazing people just, telling me, messaging me, but, I have people over here shouting me out. And I've never felt that love before. So I would say that's one of the beautiful things in life. The other one I would say is just nature. Like I love being out, like especially the beach. Like the beach to me is one of the most beautiful things in the world. And then I would say the third thing for me, music. Mm-hmm. Like I know it's not like a physically beautiful thing, like you can't see it, but music is just one of those things that touches me in my soul.
Yeah.
Well,
it just sustains. So
yeah, and like I said, obviously my kids and like Grace are like they really are my everything, but yeah, like I'm sure that that was like my way of giving you guys more. Mm-hmm. If Henry allows me to go to sleep, Matt, I'm done. I want my donuts at midnight. Ay, Isabel. Donuts sound good right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
We don't,
incorporate that.
We don't live near a 24-hour donut place anymore, but for a while we did, and it was like, the best. I loved it. Let me pick. Oh, actually, sorry, babe.
Yeah, it's your turn.
No, I already answered it. You gotta answer now.
No, I know, but it's your turn to pick a card.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Answer. Obviously the kids and you. Henry said it's happening.
Hey, bro, but don't lie. You're not eating the donuts too, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. You got 2 for yourself and you get 1 for her. I bet you anything.
Like the kids.
You're
like
1 for the road.
Being a mom, like I feel like is beautiful to me. Like being a wife, I'll include that as one thing that's beautiful. I would say life itself,
Yeah.
when it's not hard
or ugly.
Yeah. The best parts of life are, seeing people happy, people, being kind to one another. Like those are beautiful things.
Yeah, we love seeing that. I love seeing
that. You said nature, but I feel like for me, be more specific, just seeing animals, like, like in general, like, living their life and being able to be free.
I love animals too. Damn it, I should have said animals.
Mm-hmm. I love seeing animals just live their life and just be happy and not have, like the ones that get to have stress-free lives, like,
yeah. So Isabel said, or ham and cheese croissant. Dude,
that sounds so amazing.
We have a donut shop that makes great croissant sandwiches too. Henry said, "Yeah, you're right. I'm telling you, bro. I would be eating donuts too then. I'd be like, man, if you're going to make me get up, I'm going to eat something. Either that or I'm not going to eat something to spite you." Let's see. Couples questions are so necessary. It's a constant learning and growing. Grace and I, we have a lot of conversations about that. And it's like, there's some days where we feel like we're like, man, this is like sometimes it's just so hard to like get on the same page. But then sometimes like a lot of it just is like your own feelings versus like logic. Like, we talk about that a lot. Like sometimes like our feelings override our logic, or sometimes our logic doesn't make sense, But, like I'd rather ask questions like this than to ask questions in a moment where we're like both like frustrated with each other. Straight up.
I mean, maybe we, if we get frustrated with each other, it would. Maybe that would be something. It
would, but I always feel like it's so hard to snap out of like the like being like okay, walk away and like it's hard to get out of that. Like when you're in the moment, you're in the moment. It just happens. If you could change one thing in our country, what would it be? Why would you like to change it, and how would you proceed? You can answer however you want.
I think we've already answered that question before.
I think we said kindness, if I remember correctly.
JJQ said, "I get the birthday thing. People did that to me too. Much love to anyone who had that happen to them."
Yes, much love, much love. Honestly, it's hard.
JJQ.
It's not hard when you're going through it. Like if you're like, it's your birthday, oh, 3 people told me happy birthday. It's not that hard. But I think one day when you realize that you never really were part of the right circle or the right family or the right community, and then you find that, it's very overwhelmingly beautiful. Like it's like, S word. This is what I was missing. This is what and granted, it doesn't matter where you're at. You're going to meet good people, bad people. You're going to meet people who have your best interests at heart. Some that don't, some that say they do, but they don't. Some that don't, but they really do. It's weird. I see it. I've seen it on both sides. But it's still a beautiful thing to be part of something that has camaraderie and community and love, Because I see it all the time. It's somebody's birthday and you see it. Everybody's like rushing to tell everybody happy birthday. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. What's the biggest decision you've ever had to make?
Oh, gosh.
The donut man is Mexican and we get 4 and come home with a dozen.
And he'll be like, Quiso.
Send me his Instagram.
Quiso esta vez. While he's just putting the donuts in the boxer and bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a dozen just so you don't get hit, bro.
Yeah.
But what would you say?
I think for me, like, I don't know why, but the decision to like move in together was probably one of the biggest decisions I've had to make, right?
I would say so. I would say for me,
that's what the question said, right?
Yeah, the biggest decision.
Yeah.
I would say for me, the biggest decision. I feel like getting married, yes, it was a big decision, but I kind of at some point, like I was like, I know we're probably gonna get married. We live together, we love each other. I don't see why we wouldn't get married. But having kids, that was a huge decision for me because I was very intimidated by being a dad. And even when Grace got pregnant eventually, I would faint almost. Like I would be reading what to expect when you're expecting, and I would have to sit down because I start getting really lightheaded. And every time I would read anything about babies, I'd get lightheaded. And I honestly thought that when Grace gave birth, I was probably gonna faint because I had never felt that way. I never knew what it felt like to faint. And I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, holy crap, this is what it feels like. Literally, like you just feel like you can't control your body. And so I would have to put down the baby books. I would have to kind of like start watching something else. I'd get on my iPhone, do something else, But that's how it was for me. And I remember, like, I don't have the best relationship with my dad. I think I've talked about that. But I remember that was one of the times where my dad actually comforted me. It's not working. I turned it off. Okay. My dad actually, what's up, bro?
Hi, bro.
What's up, doctor? But my dad actually comforted me that time. Like, and he gave me a hug and he said, everything's going to be all right. You're going to be a good dad. Don't worry about it. Stop overthinking it. And it was like probably one of the best father-son moments I ever had with my dad. But yeah, that's how scared I was. It was a really huge decision for us. And, thankfully, I love being a dad, so I'm not mad at it. I'm just a big, lovable, angry guy. What's up?
Chilo said, going to sleep angry does happen. I sleep like a baby, but Dee will not let me go to sleep until she gets it all out. Do
any of us sleep like a baby when we're mad at each other? I feel like you sleep. You're like snoring and
because I'm usually tired, but doesn't mean I don't wake up.
I don't
or sleep. Think about it.
I don't sleep, honestly. I'm more like D. I would prefer to get it up. There's plenty of times where we just like, if we're upset, we do give each other space, Mm-hmm. And it just so happens if it goes into nighttime, then yeah, sometimes we just decide to just kind of like table it. 2 for you, 4 for Val, 5 for Henry. Let's see if we missed anything. Did I miss anything? Just making sure we're all caught up. All right. I think we're good right here. Mm-hmm. All right. So I think we still got time for a couple more, and then we'll call it, guys. We'll call it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. I'll put this one all the way here at the bottom. Oh, wait. Here you go.
What was the best party you've ever been to? What made it the best party for you?
Dang.
Oh, excuse me.
Chills. Damn, that's a hard one. Have we been to any parties where we're like, damn, this? Oh, a wedding one time we went to. I would say Mitch's wedding.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
That was really fun.
I would say the best party that wasn't like, it was a party but not a party was the past member takeover. a couple years ago.
Yeah, I would say the past member takeover back in 2022 was definitely probably my favorite quote unquote party, not party that we went to.
Yeah.
I would say
And what made it
was
the
so
best
much fun.
party?
It was so much fun. But the reason I mentioned the wedding was because it was one of the first times that me and Grace got a chance to go to a wedding together, and we danced, and it was a winery, so we got a chance to have some wine and stuff like that. Yeah,
unlimited wine.
Yeah,
that made it.
It was fun, and we were with a lot of our friends.
Yeah, there was good friends, good food, good drinks.
And shout out to my boy Mitch, like one of the few friends that I have like checks in on me, just has been supportive of the YouTube stuff. Like when I meet with him or when we talk, when we meet up, when we run into each other, he's always like super supportive. He's like, man, you guys are killing it. And honestly, I don't get that a lot. Sometimes I think it's hard for family and friends to not feel cringe about it or maybe feel a certain way about it. So when we have friends,
they just don't understand.
Exactly. When we have friends, that we've grown up with or have had for a while, and then they're like, so loving and so supportive, it's awesome. And he's one of them. Shout out to you, Mitch. And by the way, he had a YouTube channel, and he had like one video that did amazing, and I'm like, bro, you got to keep it going. And then he just kind of stopped, man. So Mitch, if you're watching this, get back into it, brother. You're doing awesome.
Landon said, never been to a party. #
introvert. You know what, dude? Go with the right people. Parties are cool when you go with the right people, but I've had situations where things got like really just like scary, and then after a while I kind of have to stop. I had to stop going to parties because I was getting PTSD like that. Not everybody's gonna know how to keep it cool, and unfortunately it sucks, but part of life. Who or what moment? Well, let's just go. What do you miss the most at the moment?
What do I miss most?
Yes, because I already know who you miss the most.
Certain types of stability.
You know what I miss the most at the moment? It's kind of like what you said. I wish we were like, this weekend we could have been at a hotel, this like somewhere like traveling, whether here in California or even, we would have been able to make it happen where we could have gone to like Hawaii or something like that. I miss traveling. I miss the hotel lifestyle. I got super used to being in hotels at least once or twice a month. So I miss the feeling of like getting to where we needed to get to, where we wanted to get to, like the excitement of it, meeting up with people that we love, friends. I miss that. And I told Grace this last year because I knew that we were going to have this moment of struggle, or not even just struggle, but just the fact that there's a lot of life changes. But we were out eating with Bacon after he had taken our maternity photos. And I remember thinking like, damn, I don't know if we're going to be able to come very often as we were coming before, and it was kind of a bummer, but, we'll be there again. We'll be there again. We just need the baby to get bigger and things to just kind of stabilize in that way. But yeah, I think that's what I miss. I just miss the adventure side of our life, the adventures. Are we done?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I was gonna say, JGQ said I miss Starbucks at the moment.
I would love some Starbucks.
She said I miss coffee at the moment. It's too late.
Yeah, no. Honestly, if I could, I would be drinking coffee right now too. But I would not sleep at all. It's hard to see with this little heart. Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm missing Phantasmic big time. I need to do it or set it up ASAP. Honestly, I feel like I missed it, but I also feel like, and I don't think we talked much about Phantasmic. We didn't talk at all about Phantasmic, so I guess we could talk about that before we call it a night. We're about to call it a night right now anyways. Real quick thoughts on Phantasmic, babe.
I mean, we didn't see it in person, but seeing it on live stream, it was, it was nostalgic, like, except obviously there was some changes to it. But it was cute because you're welcome, Go See Son.
Yes, you're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, Raul said it's not the same without Murphy. Yeah, it wasn't, but I also I do enjoy like the other aspects. I liked that there was more projections. It kind of, and I mean, I'm not trying to knock it or anything like that or make it seem like, not the best, but it kind of reminded me of World of Color, but a little better,
as far as like how bright the projectors look, but also you gotta understand too, babe. Like when we saw the color, we saw it from like an awkward angle too.
Right.
I think if we would have saw it from like a better angle, we would maybe feel differently. I don't know. I really don't know. I liked it. I did not like that the dragon wasn't there. I was fully expecting that because they pretty much already had said that.
But they didn't say it would happen right away. They said it would return eventually.
Yeah, but I knew that this particular time was like more of a soft opening kind of sense because, you know, like just like Landon said, Fantastic is my favorite thing. Phantasmic, sorry. What did I say? Fantastic. Phantasmic is my favorite thing in the world. So to be honest with you, I think they just know that a lot of people love that show. They're like, let's just give it to them how we can. They took away the Pirates of the Caribbean part and replaced it with Peter Pan, which I believe was the original from what I've heard, what I've read. I thought it was cool. I don't know why, but that Pirates of the Caribbean part was dope. Like I love the music and just like, but I also could see why they felt maybe it didn't fit and why they wanted to go back to like more like that, like, you know, typical nostalgic Disney, you know. But overall, I would say I missed the dragon. I thought Maleficent was cool. They raised her up, whatnot, but it seemed weird. It didn't seem, to me, it seemed like, because since I knew what was there before, it felt a little empty in a sense. Like, I wish it didn't feel that way, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, that's just the way it goes. Hey, what's up, Toby? He said, hey, everyone, I'm in San Diego. Nice, oh, snap, bro. Enjoy. We hope that you have a great time, man. Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree with Paula. She said, I love the music with or without a dragon. I think that's exactly what I was trying to say, is the music and everything just really, I feel like, yes, I understand why the dragon kind of ruined, not having the dragon ruins it for a lot of people because it's just a part of what it was like, you know. But I don't know. I feel like I was okay without it.
I miss the dragon.
I mean, I'm not gonna be mad when they bring it back. I'll be happy.
They need to bring the biggest dragon.
It was so cute because I don't really let Ariel watch a lot of TV since she's, like I said, she's still so young. But I felt like it was such a special occasion, and she loved the fireworks, the lights on the TV, the music. Yeah. She was very entertained by it. She didn't watch the whole thing. She watched like probably the last minute of it or so. Yeah. But she was like so excited, like, and I was like, oh, my Disney mom heart.
I'm completely honest with you. The dragon is definitely, like, you know, like my favorite part, but then like talking about it and then like talking about the baby and just like, you know, obviously her name's Ariel and Disney princess. I really do love the part where like they have the Disney princesses with the princess dances on the barges, like part, coming through. Honestly, it always gives me goosebumps. It damn near makes me want to cry. It's incredibly beautiful. The music hits so good. So I gotta say, like, real talk, besides Murphy,
Avery was very excited to see it come back.
When we saw it live, and by the way, if you guys get a chance, go into our live streams, check out, there's a Phantasmic live stream, just straight Phantasmic. That was filmed a couple months before Murphy burned up. So if you want to see the original, what it looked like, go there. We had an amazing view. We were right up front, so it was amazing. You guys got to check it out. But honestly, that part, like, I remember when we saw it live, I was like getting choked up. I was like, it's so beautiful, and that's what I love about being a Magic Key holder. I hope we can do it again next year because I truly love it. You know, we have plans for other things we want to do, but if we can, we definitely want to stay key holders as long as we can. Let's see. I think we missed. We're gonna be wrapping it up very, very soon, guys. So we're just gonna kind of like wrap this up with you guys, and then we'll call it a night. Sorcerer said the LA Times article had a little part at the end with an Imagineer saying that he can't say much, but they're hinting they'll be making a new dragon. I hope so. I honestly think they know that if they don't do something like that, people are gonna like complain. But I also sometimes feel like Disney is like, well, let them complain. They're not gonna do anything about it. You know, they're still gonna come to the park. Like, they're still gonna spend the money. So it's kind of like they'll take the heat, I guess. JJQ said, I only have small nitpicks, but then I sort of thought about it. I think where the dragon was stashed was storage for a lot of things, and a lot of it may have got damaged. That does make sense. Absolutely. Pirate scene was cool, but I'm a creature of habit, so I'm glad they brought back Peter Pan. There you go. That's what Dee said. Let's see here. It was definitely damaged. They didn't do the Aladdin magic carpet scene. They were just dancing on stage. That's true. I did notice that too. Anytime I get to see Sorcerer Mickey, it's a good time. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, that was
It was cute.
awesome.
I would love it. Like when he goes like that and the sparks are
Mhm.
coming out. Like I
Mhm.
felt like he felt extra excited when I saw it. Like he was like extra like heck yeah, look at my sparks. Let's see. I cried when the dragon burned, and I'm still very sore. I'm glad they didn't come back right now. Yeah, it was. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, I just couldn't believe it. I thought it was so crazy, honestly. But you know, Phantasmic, it's back. We're happy it's back in one form or fashion. When I know that a lot of you are
And we
happy.
can't wait to see if the dragon does come back sometime, hopefully soon.
They need
I
it.
know a lot of people are going to be excited about it, and hopefully we get to see it in person when that happens.
I really want to see it in person. All right, guys. So I think that's going to go ahead and do it for us. It's about 11 o'clock. We both have to get up really, really early. Thank you so much, Paula. You're awesome.
Thank you so-
Yes, and thank you to all our moderators. Thank you to all our members, all the subscribers, all the stealth watchers. If you pass by, drop the like. If you're a replay watcher or new to the channel, we just want to say thank you very much. We're going to be, hopefully, if we have a chance, we had another thing that we wanted to do tonight, but we knew we were going to run out of time. So we're hopefully going to do it on Friday if we go live on Friday. So make sure that you guys...
It's like a 50% chance that we'll go live.
It's a 50% chance. There's a lot going on Friday. But what we'll do is we'll probably play that on Friday and then kind of catch up on any other news, theme park news, or any other events that are going on out right now. There's so much things, and we definitely want to make sure that we're covering everything with you guys. That way you guys know what the world has in store right now. So we really appreciate all the support, all the love.
Yes, we love you all.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Make sure that you guys check out all our latest vlogs, all our latest shorts. Make sure you guys are dropping those likes. Make sure that you guys are checking out the latest series, the latest playlist, which is the Road to 100 for Fortnite. Once again, gaming, we will keep you guys updated on that. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Nothing as of right now, but I'll let you guys know because we did have a lot of fun gaming. I had a great time. So we'll see what we do very, very soon. But
good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Wash your hands. Make sure that you guys drive safely. Avoid road rage. And, just have a great one. We'll see you guys very, very soon.
Bye,
Love you guys.
everyone. Have a good week.
Peace.